Welcome back to another pre-match interview with the manager John Gilbertson, and let's jump into some questions. You feeling confident going into tomorrow's game?
Yeah, confident. Still unbeaten so far this season, so in a confident mood. Yeah, always wary of there's a bad performance around the corner or something like that, but we're as confident as we can be. We've been unbeaten. Good training session on Wednesday with the lads, and yeah, yeah, it's confident. Nice home game. So
Going off our last game against Bristol Barcelona, what's your thoughts on the opponents?
it'd be a tough game actually. We played them away, second game of the season on a midweek match. And it was a tough game. I think we went 1-0 up. Not against the run of play, but I think they were sort of 60% on top at the time, and we got a nice goal lead. And then sort of within the blink of an eye, we was 2-1 down going into half time, and I don't feel we was playing that well actually. And I can remember getting into the players a little bit at half time, and in all fairness, we went out in the second half, and I thought we had the majority of the second half. We managed to draw 2-2. I felt unlucky. No discredit to Bristol Barcelona because they had their moments in the second half as well. But I think we had 4 or 5 good chances. I can remember a wonder save from their goalie, sort of in the 89th, 90th minute. But happy to get a point in that game. But yeah, I thought we deserved all three. But it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. We know they was a decent side. I don't know if being a midweek game, if we faced a few of their first team players. I thought they was pretty good. Left back looked pretty good. Right wing played pretty good. Their striker was a handful. But whether it's a midweek game and we face a couple of players from their other sides, I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be a hard game tomorrow. 100% a hard game.
So tomorrow, we now know we're playing on the AstroTurf instead of the grass.
Yep.
Would you have preferred the grass, or are you happy with the Astro tomorrow?
I myself, from the footballing side, I always prefer the 4Gs because it's a nice true surface, and it certainly helps with the passing and keeping the ball sort of true and stuff like that. However, this season this first time we've played on 4G this season, we've become real accustomed to our pitch, the sizes of what it does, the width of it, and for the first time ever, probably might have preferred our grass because we're just used to playing on that pitch, and like I said, and had some fantastic results this year. But I said a part of me always loves the 4G because it should bring the football inside of our team out a lot more, being able to sort of pass that ball in and fizz it into feet. So 50-50, pleased with that, but what we need to do is get on the 4G tomorrow and absolutely control the game. It's a very, very big pitch. We got to be keeping the ball and moving it around.
So the last couple of weeks, the games have been called off, not up to you, obviously due to weather. Would you have preferred the rest, or would you have liked to keep the momentum going?
A rest is never a bad thing because as you know, we play a lot of pre-season games and get a lot of minutes in the legs and get the fitness levels really high. So it's a real tough pre-season that we have. So a rest around this time of year is never a bad thing to have a week or two sort of away from football, just let injuries recover and stuff like that. But saying that, when you're unbeaten, you don't want any breaks. You want to just keep going and going and going. So a bit gutted that it was called off last week, but I mean, it is what it is. We just got to take it and use it to our advantage. We've had a bit of a rest.
It seems we've had the rest tomorrow. Like some players, they might be a bit laid back. Is there anything you expect from some certain players tomorrow?
But they shouldn't be led back or sort of taking it easy, and I'll make sure that they're not tomorrow, because yeah, the moment you do that, you think you got it cracked in football. I guarantee you'll go 3 or 4 games without winning. Expecting things from certain players. The 4G, I mean, it's definitely going to help certain players tomorrow, 100%. We're a passing side. The likes of the midfield, with Callum, Sam and Billy. It should absolutely help them, and the demands of what we want to do as the midfield block of keeping that ball and moving it around is definitely going to help. There's no excuses of it's a wet pitch, it's a muddy pitch, it's a heavy pitch. So certainly those three in the middle is definitely going to suit them. But Josh up front, I mean, we know what Josh is capable of. Could play on sort of any surface. He's that good for us. But it should help every player. The defenders, full-backs, it's just a truer run of a ball. There's no surprise bounces. The roll of a ball's consistent. So it should just help any footballer. And that goes for the away side as well. I mean, it's good. It should help them. The one thing I think which certainly helps us on the 4G pitch is the size of it and our fitness levels. That definitely helps, and we've seen so many games on there where the last 20 minutes, because of the levels of fitness we start dominating games, and we've scored so many late goals because of our fitness levels, and being a bigger pitch catches opponents out sometimes.
So tomorrow's game will be the last game before Christmas. This year actually. The next game's on the 4th of January. What do you plan on doing with the players between then?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, in an ideal world, as professional as we can be, I would love to keep us training over Christmas. It's a disappointing that we haven't got games, but with Christmas falling on, obviously, certain days this year and stuff like that, we just can't play it. But they're going to be given sort of a 2 weeks off. Well, I said, which is a good thing, because it allows people to rest up, get a bit of energy levels, nurse any injuries and stuff like that. But there's also the danger of, especially this time of year, too many mince pies and too many mulled wines and stuff like that. That could have an effect as well. But again, there's pros and cons of it.
Yeah, that kind of leads into this last question then, is what condition do you hope the players come back in after Christmas?
Well, I don't hope of anything. What I'll demand for them is to enjoy the holiday period. We're amateur footballers in an amateur club. So enjoy it by all means, and eat a bit and drink a bit, but look after yourself as well, because if everybody comes back half a stone lighter and well out of shape, we've got 50 players in our club, I can guarantee you there will be 11 players who's actually fit as a flea, and they'll just start the next game. So a word of warning to the boys, if you're watching this video, yeah, eat, drink and be merry, but still get out on a run and keep yourself in shape, because we're back training on the 2nd, which is a Thursday night, which is going to be a wake-up call with a bit of fitness and stuff like that, and then we go straight into a game for the second half of the season. So we can't afford to be carrying 2 or 3 players because they've had a bit too much excess at Christmas. So just word of warning to you, yeah, stay in shape.
And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck on tomorrow's game.